Questions for Germain? Start in the back, Daryl.
I guess I'll ask you, Germain, what I asked Ricky to start things off. Have you been involved in a ball game where offensively you saw 3 pick sixes in the same game?
I've been involved in a lot of different ball games and a lot of different scenarios, but with the pick sixes, I mean, you got to roll with the punches. Adversity's going to happen, and we did our best to try to move on from them and not focus on the bad that's happened in the game.
Stay in the back.
Even with the first 3 interceptions that led to 17 points for them, you guys were still in that thing up until the last one. I mean, you had a chance that you scored a touchdown, man. You knew that place was going to get going again.
Yeah, I mean, we've really focused on not letting adversity affect us, and that's a thing that we've really bought into around this team, and I thought the offense and defense all did a good job of not letting the bad that had happened really affect them down the stretch, and the score may look a little lopsided, but I feel we were in it and into the game and playing hard up until the end.
Go to the back, Colin, and then we'll come back to Brent.
Germain, what do you feel like this team's mindset needs to be and will be, in the coming week as you prepare for your first road game?
We're gonna move on. We're gonna watch the tape, and then we're gonna move on to Ole Miss. This is a mentally tough team, and we're not gonna dwell on this loss, and we're gonna fix the things that need to be fixed, like we would in a win or a loss, and we're gonna move on to Ole Miss, and we're gonna prepare the way we know we can prepare.
We'll go to Brent, and then we'll go to the back. Brent.
In terms of things that need to be fixed, what do you feel like what went wrong on the interceptions?
I mean, it wasn't. I'm not gonna dump it all on interceptions, because a lot of things are happening on the football field. There's 11 guys on offense, so a lot of things are happening. We just got to keep executing. We all got to keep focusing on doing our job and keep focusing on doing the things that we've installed in the offense, and we know that we can do at a high level. So we're not gonna go in there and we're gonna burn the offense and do something else. We're gonna go in there and put in a good plan, and we're gonna execute it.
Far back right, standing.
What was the conversation like in the locker room at halftime after those costly turnovers? How much time did y'all spend talking about limiting turnovers in the second half?
We didn't talk about it at all. We talked about, it's about us. It's about doing our job. We're not going to go in there and talk about, oh, this guy did this, guy did that. We went in there and we said, hey, let's go win this game. Adversity happens. Things do happen, but we're going to go out there and we're going to give Alabama all they can handle in the second half.
Y'all didn't address turnovers at all at halftime?
I mean, I'm on the offensive line, so that's a quarterback and the coach's conversation, or whoever a conversation. But we talked about executing. We're not in there to talk about what turnovers happened and what happened on turnover. We're in there to talk about what we can do in the second half to come back and win the game.
We go to Lee and then Daryl.
Do you kind of feel for the defense giving up, the 3 pick sixes? I mean, the defense played for the most part maybe well enough to win. On your side of the ball, do you kind of feel bad for them that they didn't get a chance to maybe play a little more with not necessarily a lead, but the game closer?
I feel bad for the whole team. I feel terrible for all those guys in there, because I know the work we've put in this week and to go out there, and we had a good plan to win the game. But sometimes you just don't execute. Sometimes you're just a few inches away. So. I feel terrible for all these guys and all the coaches and all the staff, but we're gonna you can feel bad for right now, but next week we're gonna get back at it and go on the road and try to get a win.
Time for 1 or 2 more. Daryl in the back.
Germain, how shocking is it that you guys had the issues today with the turnovers? Because the last couple of ball games, man, you guys have been very protective of the ball, haven't had any turnovers.
I wasn't just overly, flabbergasted. Things happen. It's the SEC, mini NFL out there. Things are going to happen. And we knew coming in, hey, it's Alabama. This is SEC power. Things might happen in the game. So, I wasn't in total just shock, because, adversity is going to happen in a big-time SEC football game. But, we did our best to try to overcome it.
Zach, you'll wrap us up.
Germain,
if and when, I don't know if you've already talked with him, but when you do talk to Kyle, what do you tell him after a game like that? What are some words of encouragement that you'd offer him?
No, we're gonna move on. You know, just like I told my offensive line, just like I told I would tell the entire team, let's move on. You know, let's fix the things. We're gonna fix the things that we're gonna fix from this film, and we're gonna move on and play another game because it's a long season. It's the SEC, and you know our season's out ahead of us. Everything we want is out ahead of us right now. You know, it's a tough loss, but you know I tell them, hey, we're gonna move on. You know, things happen. You know, so. We're looking ahead, and we're gonna put together a good plan for next week.
Thank you, Germain.
Yes, sir.